Just realized I got this trade right here for my challenge, but it was for my funded accounts. That's why I didn't record the initial. But I'm in this trade for only the FXify, not the on my funded FX, because I'm deeper in drawdown on that one. So I'm gonna be working on that. So I'm in a trade right now for my challenge. Oh, that just reversed so quickly. That just reversed so quickly. I'm in a trade right now. We're gonna see what it does. Right here. Let's see. And just like that, you already know, break even. On to the next one. Into a swing position. Alright, I'm gonna be moving my stop loss to break even. It's the morning. This swing trade is playing out nicely. So for this account, it got stopped out at break even, but for my other account, I had a slightly lower entry. I'm still in it. Still in it. So we just seeing how this gonna play out. So far the equity is almost back at break even. But we're just gonna wait. I'm looking for a longer term trend. So for this, since this is like a swing trade, I'll probably take my first partials depending on where it is. But it's the same thing. I wait for 3 candles on the validation time frame, which is the daily in this case. So this is the first candle. If I get 2 more candles with momentum that closes at least at a 1 to 2 or above, then I'll take the partial. So this will take at least 2 more days after to decide to take a partial, or I could take a break even on this. This trade is running good right here so far. The equity is putting it back above, but you know, still there's nothing to do. Look at this, bruh. The price is going. So quick update right now. I ended up taking partials right here. It was way above it was around like a 4R where I ended up taking partials based on the rules. So I got 3% basically runner, because I risked a little bit extra on this 1.5. So up there is where I took the partial. So this is the plan right now. Let me jump down to the 4-hour right here. What I'm basically waiting for, so y'all see the structural lows right here with the indicator getting marked. I'm basically going to be trailing by the second low, the second most recent low, not the most recent low, but the second most recent low. So if, for example, if price is up in this area, you see how that low is getting marked by the indicator, I'll paste my stop right here, and so on and so on, and as price goes up. So far there's no low to move my stop, so it's still at break even. This is what I tested. So if price drops down, you know, I'll end up losing out on the 50% of position that I have running, which is okay with me because I tested this. Until then, this is my management. Just got tagged in for my FXify. Let me show y'all. Seeing what we can do. Man, so tell me why I was getting something to eat, right? And I was like, let me just check the charts real quick. And I checked the charts, and basically it hit the area that I wanted to break even at, and I didn't get no alerts. Like, I didn't get no alerts on my phone or nothing. And by the time I looked at it, it was already like in drawdown, right? So I ended up cutting the loss, cutting it like somewhere right in the middle. It kind of pulled up a little bit. So that's that trade right there. So I cut it at 725. So not too bad. I just wish the alert did go off, because it could have been a break even, and that's it. This right now, my Effectify is almost cooked. The 200k account is almost cooked. So we're gonna see if I ended up losing this. It's a good thing that, like, I already came into this understanding the risk. So with challenges, when you come into challenges, you want to get a challenge that you can afford to lose. And on top of that, I was risking 1.5%. So it's high risk in order to pass faster. So it's basically a risk to reward thing. So the next trade, I'm gonna, whatever I find next, I'm gonna make sure it's a really good setup. Risk 1% on it, and see what we can do if I end up losing this one. But yeah. Meanwhile, gold here is making new highs, going crazy with that original position. This setup. I'm just showing y'all what happened to that trade I entered last night for silver. If this can't stop glitching, there we go. It was a loss, part of the game. Alright, y'all, I just got into a trade right here for gold. Let me show y'all. This is the only account that I entered in. Let me show y'all it. It was on a 15-minute time frame. The original position is still going great. So this is it right here. Let me show y'all the original position is still going great right here. So you see, I was risking 1.5%. Yeah, 1.5%. So this was just under, I cut the loss, so this was almost half of the loss cut. So yeah. Just got in a trade for my Effectify challenge right here. That's the only one I'm in. So we're gonna see what it does. It is right here. This is the end result. I ended up cutting it right here with my rule for cutting losses. So if I look, let me just show y'all. This account is almost cooked right here. But it's part of the game, because the risk to reward for prop firms, you're gonna fail some, especially if you're using high risk. And this is the final result right here. Back in profit. Rest of the position, y'all stop at break even. Right there.